So I had to make sure not to stand in front of the slides. So yeah, I'm here to talk a little bit about the PNI story. We are, as Penny mentioned, we're an e-commerce platform for some of the world's largest, most recognizable retailers, people like Staples, who owns us, Tesco, Costco, and others. And really, we focus on two product segments for them. One is the photo product. So if you're printing photos or making a calendar or cards and invitations or your photo book from your family vacation, we're the ones that are the white label e-commerce platform that powers all of that in the back end. And then the second vertical is, of course, business printing. So everything from business cards to presentation gear like that, we handle that all through our website. So when you think about what we do versus like maybe kind of like more catalog e-commerce, you know, we're working with the images, we're adding text, everything has to be rendered on the screen exactly like it's printed out in the store or shipped home. So it's got a lot of complexities that you don't see in some areas, other areas of e-commerce, although we have to do all that stuff too. So a brief, oh, the slide didn't work, so I didn't take Alex's message and learn how to use Google Slides. I used PowerPoint. So basically what this was supposed to be is my story in 7 emojis, so you can kind of pick out where the emojis come from. So I started in 2012 as the CFO, was very excited about that, so I had the sunglasses emoji. But then within a week, I realized that we had a challenge. We had declining revenues, which are declining quite rapidly, and we had major technology challenges to overcome. This is a company with a lot of history and an older platform, so we had the question was either do we ramp down our costs materially and just monetize this cash flow stream, or are we going to invest in the newer technology in hopes of winning new business and being successful? So we chose the latter because I wouldn't be here if we didn't. But anyway, but then within a few months of that, we hit our all-time low stock price. We were public at the time, so that was my scared emoji face. And we told the market what we were doing, but people are saying, okay, you're going to run out of cash building all this good stuff. Show me when you're done. But then we were successful. We rolled out best-in-class mobile apps, best-in-class HTML5 technology in our space. So we had some big launches, the rocket ships, and we won new customers like Samsung and Office Depot to our portfolio. So we had the money bags coming in, and that actually led to the sale of Staples to Staples in 2014. So now, outside of their head office in Framingham, we're their largest technology center of excellence. So as Penny said, 230 people down in Gastown, the biggest company in tech you've never heard of probably in this city. And then we launched a site for them in 2016, which is replacing Vistaprint. So again, we go head-to-head with people like Vistaprint and Shutterfly, pretty recognizable brands in our space, and help retailers really thrive. And then I moved into this space, my role, and I was CFO, but now I'm GM. About a year ago, so that was high five for me. That's the bottom emoji. I'm very curious what else didn't show up here. This should be a fun experiment. Oh, it's there. Okay. Hey, words. Okay. So what did I learn in this this startup to scale? In 2012, we were. We had very resource constrained. We needed to get this stuff done. It was a matter of survival. So 2012 was 100% top circle, get it done. And I think that Sarah's comment about if you're not ashamed of your MVP, you're not running fast enough, that was absolutely us. And I think you still need to maintain that hunger. So that's always going to be part of our core. But now it has to be a little bit more balanced. So on the right side, you see customer focus, and everyone talks about customer focus. You need it, but and we were definitely customer focused back in the day, but that's different now, 5 years later. The size of our product, UI, UX, like I'm a big data geek, so our analytics team, the whole thing is way bigger than it was before. We probably double or triple the size of that part of our organization, and it's critical in terms of understanding how our customer, what they want, and how we invest. So. So that's what it is absolutely critical. And then the bottom one, taking Pindy's lead, it was before it was fuck the process, but now it's trust the process. I think there's a really good thing that came out in the article a couple days ago. You need to make sure that your process you own the process doesn't own you, and that's definitely the case for us. But what we have found is we need to continue to optimize our process, because the point of it is as you scale from being a smaller company, you have more people, and you need to make that framework in place so people can know the bounds of what they can do. And really what you're supposed to be doing here is improving the predictability and the time to market, and that's really what our focus on process is. So we've really come a long way in that regard as well, which has been really positive for us as well. And then of course thinking big. So for us, we're working with some of the world's largest retailers. We power we're going to be in the billions of dollars we transact over our platform in due time. So, what we need to think about is beyond just MVP in terms of getting a product to market quickly. We need to make sure that those pages load quickly as quick in Los Angeles as they do in New York. Like some big, complex technological issues, and all of that kind of rolls into, how we create product. So, it's been a huge evolution, but it's been a lot of fun. And then my last thing is culture. And one of the biggest challenge when I moved into this role a year ago, I was thinking, okay, and now I'm responsible for all these people. How do I like inspire? How do I attract and retain top talent? And it was a really daunting question when you ask yourself that. But then I kind of thought a little bit more inwardly, and I thought, what do I want? What kind of inspires me, right? And what I realized was, stuff that I get excited about is obviously big vision, big challenge, and we definitely have that there, but I want to work with people that inspire me every day, that I learn from every day, challenge me every day, and have that's values that are, we do right by our people, we do right in the community. All of these things I want to have a culture that I can really be proud of and that our people can be proud of. And ideally, we laugh more than we cry. So I think that's been a real fun process. It's been, and one thing I have learned is culture can scale. So if you can set that direction, you make sure that the people that you work closely with, share those values, can pass those values down through the org, that can really scale and can be a differentiator for you in the market, especially when you're trying to compete with Amazon for recruiting and attracting the top talent. Anyway, that's my subtle pitch. Thanks.